Good day, ladies and gentlemen. So today we have come to the 6th chapters about the transmission technique. Today we talk about faith. Faith again. But this faith is a bit different from what we talk about faith counsel and fortune telling, because it is one of the elements in the 5 techniques. What we have mentioned all the time. The 5 basic original technique of Chinese culture is mountain medicine, faith, judgment, and faith reading. So it is the third. It's the third element. We call it the faith. In the faith, nowadays, whenever we look about, we classify the different techniques concerning faith. We have 3 classes. First class is about the image. Image-wise, we will. It is the face reading, for example. Image-wise, the judgment. Image-wise, a little bit about feng shui. The landscape part feng shui is the image. So they haven't developed that in that time. Talk about 5 classes. So this one is not put into the faith area. For the faith area, there are 2 other areas. One area is the we call the reasoning. Reasoning means whenever was the time you were born, was the place you were born, was the familial condition of yours. Basing on these 3 factors, they will make some reasoning, logical interpretation, and also make some inference, forecasting on what will happen in your whole life. This is the reasoning part. Third part is the mathematic part. Mathematic part means in very early time we are using figures to make calculation, to make presentation, organization, so that we can forecast our faith by making use of these numbers. Okay. So today we concentrate on these 2 branches of faith. One is the reasoning. In the reasoning, there are 2 common skills always practiced nowadays. One is called the numerology, 紫微斗数 numerology. This is a book called 紫微斗数全书, written by the Taoist. Chen Siyi, Taoist. He's lived in Song Dynasty, which is around 1,000 years ago from now, and he has written a book called Numerology. And inside numerology, there's some stars with different characters, which will reflect on your faith for your whole life. So this is one of the skills in the reasoning part. Another one, which is also common, is called the 8 characters. 8 characters meaning they simply make use of your year, month, date, and time, these 4 factors, to make interpretation and make forecasts and logical inference, etc., to make a reasoning interpretation about your whole life. This is called the 子平粹言. Song Ziping is also a Taoist. Ziping is also a Taoist. He make a publication telling you how they can make use of your birthday. They can see through how your whole life will be. So it is the 子平. 另外，所以 that is what the reasoning part of faith. Another part of faith is called the figures. It's about the mathematics, about the numbers. There's also a propagation introduced in Song Dynasty as well. So in Song Dynasty, you find very interesting. How come all the important skills for fortune telling, they all happen in Song Dynasty? This is because some of the theoretical reason and philosophical reason from behind. So we will introduce, explains to you chance come in the future. So it is about the mathematic part. 皇极经书 mathematic part is written by Xiao Weng, Mr. Xiao Weng. He is a Song philosopher lived in Song Dynasty. He makes use of numbers. He makes use of numbers, particular number in Yi Jing, and then make some calculation from interpretation to forecast your faith in your whole life. It is the 皇帝内经书. Therefore, if you are interested in all these publications, take a look at them. Of course, if you can't read in Chinese, then get some translated publication or in the internet, then you may grab some of the basic idea of how the faith part can be divided in the reasoning and also in mathematics. With these two skills, they go into your faith and make some advice on how your faith can be enhanced. So it is the third element of the 5 classics. We will move on to other elements in the coming times, and thank you for watching this time. See you again.